Yosha. Hello, people. Welcome back to another New Year stream. We made it through another year. I gotta say, this one went by fast. This one went by fast. The my first memory of this year was around January, and I felt like my fitness was slipping a little bit, and I remember I went running. I went running. I probably went to the gym, got a good workout in. But remember that jump started me doing a lot of running earlier this year, from like January to maybe like I don't know, like August, something like that. But that's my first memory of January, and that just, man, it seemed like it wasn't even that long ago. Man, this year went by. I know people say it all the time, but this year for me really felt like it went by fast. I feel like January seemed like 6 months ago. To be honest, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago. Um, Welcome to the stream, all 100 million of you. Red Knight, Moonbase, welcome. We're going to be celebrating bringing in the new year. I'm sure we all have various goals that we wish to accomplish going into the new year. I know that this year, as most people tend to do, we had things that we attempted, things that we tried, things that we succeeded in, things that we failed, whatever the case may be. But the fact is, we're here. Hopefully, you guys managed to accomplish a lot of the goals that you set for yourself. I gotta say, for me, this year overall, it was very good. This was a very good year. I think, I made the video recently. It finally happened, right? Like, and that was talking about when I got my job. That's what really took me over the edge as far as like really making this year something special, elevating my life to the next level. I mean, other than that, I was doing the basics, keeping myself in shape, working on music, content, videos, blogging, all that, but getting this job was definitely it was a pretty big deal. And because I've never been in a position where I can make this much money the way that I am. And it's not like I'm making a lot. I don't want to give people the wrong idea. I'm not making a lot of money, but it's more so the fact that I don't have a lot of obligations. I don't have a lot of bills to pay and shit that I owe. So I can have a relatively easy, stress-free job, that's not too demanding, and I can get so much out of it because I don't have to spend a lot of money on bills or girlfriends and shit like that. So that was, man, I feel like a different motherfucker these days. So that was really cool. But yeah, this was definitely a really good year. I'm trying to think back to like some of the highlights of the year. For sure, one thing for certain was like all the good workouts I got in this year. Like I was talking about earlier when I started. Well, I would already do this, but I don't think I've ever done as much like long distance road running like I did this year. Because normally, if I was going to be doing road work, if you will, it would be just up, like it would be like around the block several times at night or to the library and back, and then on the, maybe once a week or so I would do the long trip all the way uptown and shit like that and work out the gym, then come back. But this year, especially during the summer, I was doing that like 2 and 3 times a week. Like I was really going hard this summer. And I remember there were days where I was working out so hard. I would run to the gym, and then I would be in the gym working out hard. And I remember like I felt like a zombie when I was in the gym. Like I was just pushing myself beyond my limits, and it's just such a good time. And then I would maybe like, usually I would like walk back or like mix it up, like walk and run. but that's what stands out, or one of the things that stands out about the summer. Like all the good workouts I got some great workouts in this summer. Um, Also, I think what was it? April? April stands out too because I think that was the month that I spent the entire month playing Fallout 4. It's hard to forget something like that when you spend an entire month doing one thing, but I literally spent a whole month playing Fallout 4 survival mode, and like I was just so obsessed with that shit, man. And I put like so many hours into it. I started different characters, but yeah, that's another thing that stands out about this year. Playing fucking Fallout 4 for a month straight. Gambo-san, welcome to the stream. Happy New Year's. Oh yeah, these are classics. What's the best anime you watched this year? Definitely Demon Slayer. Definitely. I didn't watch a lot, but Demon Slayer for sure was the best one that I saw. And who recommended that to me? Who the fuck? How did I even think of Demon Slayer? I don't even know. Like who Damn. What? I forgot how I even found out about it. What the fuck made me think start to watch that? I think I was just looking for something new, and that's just what I settled on. But yeah, definitely, Demon Slayer was a breath of fresh air for sure. I think you know I feel like most of his parts are good, but and maybe some people would take offense to this, but I feel like in a lot of ways Demon Slayer is very standard and somewhat generic in ways. Like it doesn't really push the envelope a lot to me, and I guess that's kind of what I look for at this point in my anime watching career. Like I love stuff that pushes the envelope and stuff that's not like really predictable. And when Demon Slayer started off, I felt like it was gonna go down that road, but then then it seems like it got to a point where they just like they weren't really trying too hard to rock the boat, if you know what I mean. Like they weren't really pushing it anymore. Like that in particular, that part in the beginning when he was training with the ghost of that kid, that you find out that when he goes to the woods to complete the training to become an official demon slayer, that one of the demons in there had been targeting and killing his master students for years, and that he had killed like over a dozen of them. Like that was so dark and fucked up. And like when I saw that, I was like, yo, like anything can happen now. Like this, right? Because we thought that these two kids were actually alive, and they were like ghosts the entire time. And so I just felt like anything was possible from there. But as it actually went on, you didn't have moments like necessarily like that heavy. Like it had some heavy moments for sure, but that was like the heaviest moment still up until this point. Like that one just hit me right in the gut. And right there I was hooked. That's what really hooked me in. But point is, what's really great about Demon Slayer to me is that the production values are just really great. I mean, every episode has the animation quality of an anime movie. And I just think that's seeing so much effort, seeing so much um seeing so much effort go into the production of an anime series, and such a consistent level of high quality episodes back to back to back. That's awesome. That's awesome. But I'm not gonna be one to act like Demon Slayer is the best thing since sliced bread. As much as I do like it, I think a lot of it, to me, in my opinion, a lot of it rests on its production values. I don't think I would enjoy it as much if I was reading it. I put it like that. If I was reading the manga, I don't think I would enjoy it as much. I think a lot of it is just those super high production values, in my opinion. But that was the best one. Right now, I'm watching Fire Force, which is kind of kind of mid, but it's all right. It's watchable. I put it like that. It's not great. It's not bad either. But that was Demon Slayer was the one. I want to watch more anime this year for sure though. Get more anime reviews out. That's one of my goals going into the next year. Now that I think about it, yeah, watching Demon Slayer was one of the highlights of this year. I think I watched all 5 seasons this year, and I guess season 6 is coming next, so I haven't seen the completed story yet. But yeah, that was the best one I watched. Yeah, and I'm trying to think like what were different things. Oh, also the car accident that I got into. That's another highlight of this year. The car accident when that old white lady rear-ended me. No Diddy. I always wanted to say that, but yeah, that was another highlight. That was my first car accident. I mean, that's just it's what a sensation when you feel the impact of a car hitting your car. It's just like boom. It's almost like a grenade going off beside you or something like that. Except you don't just get completely blown to pieces, but it's like just that force, that the sound of it, it's just like boom. Like you're in a mech or a Gundam and then you're fighting and then somebody like punches you with their mech. It's like that. It's just like so intense. And I remember like just feeling dizzy and like confused. I just had to lay down. Man, I ain't even gonna lie. I thought I had like permanent brain damage after we got hit. I was like, I never felt like that before. So like I was in a daze for a little bit, but after a while we got everything settled for the most part. As far as like the settlement, and that's what allowed me to get this new car, this ugly new car. I mean, I like the car because it's good on gas, but my mom picked out the most grandma looking car possible. Like that car is not gonna get me any pussy. I'll show it to you guys later. I'm thinking about doing a video talking about how I learned how to drive. 'Cause I see that a lot of guys have that issue where they don't learn to drive when most people do, around like 16, 18, something like that. And so the years and years go by and then it becomes like this phobia or fear of learning how to drive, like the 25-year-old guys who never drove a car and shit like that. And, I feel like one of the good things about my channel is kind of being an example of how you can miss those milestones or you can have those various issues growing up that make it so you don't necessarily accomplish the things you need to during a time when most other people your age are doing it, but that if you put your mind to it you can get it done. And I feel like learning how to drive was one of those things that I would put into that category, right? So because again I see guys saying stuff like that, like, oh, I'm 27, don't know how to drive, 28. And so I'm like, maybe I should put out a video like explaining step by step how I learn how to drive, the preparation I put into it, and the different things I was doing to get ready, and the step by step process. That might give some guys some hope, right? Just seeing an example of somebody to learn how to drive at a later age, and then be like, hey, I can do that too. So that's something I'm thinking about doing going into the new year. Also like workout videos and shit like that, but just getting everything organized. Moonbase, Gambo-san, Hellbreaker, welcome to the stream. That Demon Slayer arc with the Giga Chad with 3 Ys was easily the best arc. I think, let me think back. Hold up, let me, hmm, hmm. I would agree. I had to think about it, but yeah, I would agree. It gets off to kind of a slow start, but you know, the last arc kind of does too. Like the last two or the last two, like it was the swordsmith arc, and then the swordsmith arc was good too. Though I just remember that was turned. That bitch was turned. But the I would agree. I think it was, what was it, the red light district arc or something like that. I forgot the name of it, but I know what art you're talking about. That was definitely really good. one of the best parts. Not there were a couple parts. I'm trying to think. Like there was one part where Nezuko had like powered up and she beat the fuck out of that female demon, that geisha demon, beat her fucking ass. Like that was one of the that was a good scene right there. And when they realized that the geisha demon wasn't the the lower six ranked, what the hell they call them, the low, what is Muzan's demons called? I forgot. But you know that was when they had, that was their second time fighting one of his like top ranked demons. I think it was the sixth ranked one. And when they realized that it wasn't the geisha demon, that it was her brother who was like hiding inside of her somehow. I don't know how that worked, but when he came out, and then they realized like, oh shit, that's the real that's the real like, again, I think it's a difference between like upper and lower, right? But I'll just say that's the real one that we're looking for, the real powerful demon. She was strong, but when the Hashira showed up, I forgot his name, but what's he, the sound Hashira? When he showed up, he immediately realized that she wasn't the one. He was like, she's too weak. And then her brother showed up, and that fight was crazy. And I remember just how intense that fight got. That fight was so like, that was a huge battle. And it got to that point where the sound Hashira had his arm cut off. Inosuke, he had got like stabbed through the torso. I forgot what happened to Zenitsu, and Tanjiro just beat up. And so the demon was just playing with him. And then Tanjiro, I forgot what he did, but he did something to kind of basically mount a comeback. And then everybody started kind of like getting back into action. You found out that Inosuke, he wasn't dead, and Zenitsu was coming back, and the Sound Hashira got some of his energy back. And then they had that last rush against the big powerful demon. Yeah, that shit was like, that was big time. that was to me, that was kind of reminiscent of the hype level of when, like in Gurren Lagann, when Team Gurren went up against, I forgot the name of it, but it was that Gorilla Beast man. You know, that was the battle when Kamina had died. Like it was that level of hype for me. Like that shit was cool. But yeah, that was the best art for sure. That was the best art, because it had so many moments that stood out. Natsumi's Book of Friends. Fuck is that? I heard Dandadan is really good too. I might check that out next time. I was out here playing Space Marine 2 while catching up to your videos. Man, I'm sorry guys. I just been playing Persona 3. I know y'all getting tired of Persona 3 Reload, but it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while, man. They made that game just so much fun. They made it like, they did such a good job. And I'm like 120 hours into it. And I think as far as like the overall story, I'm probably like only like halfway done, or like a little bit over halfway. I think like probably like a little bit over halfway by this point. But man, like that has just been the game. I gotta finish my Call of Cthulhu playthrough for the gaming channel, and I gotta start something else. But that Persona 3 Reload, they knocked that out of the park. They knocked it out of the park. I feel a little bad because I feel like developers are leaning on remasters and remakes to get free money. But 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 it works. It works, man. It's always a joy seeing some of your favorite games from the past be reworked and remixed to be, playable in the present. To take something that was old and wonderful, but to bring it back, make it better, improve upon it, add some things, take away things that didn't work. I feel like Resident Evil 1 remake was one of the first earliest examples of that being done really well. Like, how many games can you really think of before Resident Evil 1 remake that was, no, how many remakes can you think of before the Resident Evil 1 remake that was like that good? I can't really think of too many. It probably, it probably was something if you really rack your brain for it. But I feel like for me, that was one of the earliest examples of just a fantastic video game remake. And but now I feel like it's kind of just being overdone because they just know if they pick the right game and remake it and even just give it the like a solid effort, it's gonna print free money. Stuff like the Silent Hill 2 remake, Final Fantasy 7 remake. But the unfortunate thing with like the Final Fantasy 7 remake, and I'm not gonna go on a rant here, but how they brought it to the present, but then they did away with certain things to kind of I guess satisfy the current social climate, like how they desexualize Tifa and shit like that. Like that's one of the last things you want to see in a remake. And that's one of the things that I appreciate so much about Persona 3 Reload. They didn't do that. They kept like these sexy bikini armors and all that for the girls. And so I give them mad props for that because Final Fantasy 7 would have did the opposite. The Final Fantasy 7 remake and Squaresoft or Square Enix, they would have did the opposite. They would have took it out. They would have took that out of the game or something. So I really appreciated that. We still got our sexy bikini armors. Even though Mitsuru and Yukari ain't got no ass, it's still nice. You ever gonna catch up on Chainsaw Man again? You quit right the Go art. The Go art. When did I stop? It was after I think I stopped after he had defeated that girl, because it was that part where he learned how to like separate his limbs using the chains or something like that. That was pretty cool. But I was so upset because he did that typical anime protagonist thing of trying to befriend the villain after defeating them, after the villain tried to kill him and everything around him. He tried to befriend her, and then I think she ended up getting killed, right? And then Aki had got that demon put into his eye that could see the future. I think that was the last part that I saw. But I mean, I would like to go back and get back into it. I think I was just kind of upset because I felt like it was like people were overrating it so much. Like Chainsaw Man is so fucking overrated. At least as far as the part I got up to, it's overrated. That's all I'm saying. It's not bad, but people talk about Chainsaw Man like it's just whoa my god. Like it's not that great, guys. I would say Demon Slayer lived up more to expectations than Chainsaw Man. I'll take Demon Slayer over Chainsaw Man any day, period. But Chainsaw Man wasn't bad. It was just people got my expectations super sky high. Like, oh, this is the one, man. This is it, man. I'm like, dude, this like Chainsaw Man is like a couple centimeters above fucking Fire Force, bro. We being real. Okay, nah, hold up, nah. I'm tripping now. I'm tripping a little bit. Nah, because Chainsaw Man, when they made the anime adaptation, they did a good job. They did a fantastic. Because I remember one thing in particular, like they had like a different ED for every episode. Man, that was dope. That was dope. And just certain moments, like it's little things with Chainsaw Man that I like when he picked up the porn and he was like porn secure. Like it's and then the older lady that was trying to have sex with him, the one with the eye patch, that was Chainsaw Man has its moments. I'm not gonna compare it to Fire Force. I fucked up. That was I was wrong for that. Fire Force is mid. Chainsaw Man is above mid. Demon Slayer is actually good. That's the ranking for me right now. But Chainsaw Man is just overrated. Demon Slayer is properly rated. I'll put it like that. If I recommend you an anime, will you watch it? Maybe. I can't make any promises, but I'll see if I can add it to my list of things to watch. Right now, I'm watching Fire Force, so I'm not really backed up or anything. But I also wanted to watch G Gundam again, but this time watch it with subs. I think I watched it dubbed when I watched it like years ago. Yeah, so I've been thinking about watching like G Gundam again in particular. I feel like that'd be a good watch. You know, cause that's basically Gundam combined with Dragon Ball Z, more or less. So that would be cool. Oh, Minium, welcome to the stream. Blessings to you all. Let us all be blessed. Guns. So when is that Discord invite link coming? It's a good point. Maybe I can get one. Oh wait, I can I? No, I can't. I can't post in my own chat because I'm not logged in. Fucked again. Oh well. Dan to Dan is ass, just generic high school comedy setting with some pussy and yeah. Okay, maybe you're right. You know, somebody had recommended it to me. Somebody recommended that to me. I was at the gym and me and this girl we were talking about anime and she recommended Fire Force. That's how I started watching that. But she also recommended Dan to Dan. Dan to Dan seemed more interesting from how she described it. But I don't know. I'm not going to disregard it though. Because I don't know, the way she described it, it sounded pretty interesting. I do want to check it out. It sounds more interesting than Fire Force. For sure, but we'll see. We'll see. What's up, brother? Don't say the N word. Don't say the N word. Anime is going through this crybaby MC phase, and I don't think it's going away. Crybaby MC, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon. What? So you saying like the MC is annoying, like a Shinji type character or something? There is no go arc for Chainsaw Man. Arc is all just cleverly disguised fetish. Well, I'm not gonna say that because I haven't finished reading it. But I feel like at this point I'll probably just wait for that second season of the anime to come out instead of like reading it. To be honest, I'll probably just wait. If the anime comes out, I'll definitely get back into it because the anime was good. I mean, it was high production values, and Chainsaw Man is pretty weird. It's weird at times, and that like it just has its moments. I'll put it like that. It has its moments for sure. But I don't think I'll read the manga. I think I'll have to, it would have to be the anime. But I kind of feel the same way about Demon Slayer. As much as I want to see the next arc, I'd rather since I've watched everything, I don't want to have to read it now. There were some shows where I was willing to read after watching because there was an anime for the later arcs, like Trigun. What's the other one? Hajime no Ippo, Berserk. What was else? There's another one's right on the tip of my tongue. Shigeru. That's the best one. Death Frenzy. I love that shit. That anime. I mean, that manga is fucked up. Oh man, bruh, you're tripping. I might have to beat your ass. Post it, bruh. What? About what? What? Me tripping on what? Tipping on fofos. I just finished season 1 of Iron Blooded Orphans. I feel like I should get another series ready. So you finally hit Iron Blooded Orphans. That's one of my favorite like current generation Gundam series. It's very good. I think though I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'm not a big fan of the second half. Although it just depends on how you look at it. I'll put it like that. Like it's not necessarily bad. It's just I feel like I can't say it without spoiling it, but it's not bad. I'm just not fond of it. But it is one of the better. It is one of the better Gundam series of this generation. Actually, I want to watch The Witch from Mercury. I watched the first 2 episodes of that, and it seemed pretty decent, even though it's gay as hell. Probably the most rainbow mode Gundam series ever. But other than that, it seemed pretty cool. But that's on the list too for me. The Witch from Mercury Gundam series. So I'll see. I might get into that. Dandadan is obviously fire. It's licensed by Hulu, Netflix, and Crunchyroll, and maybe more. No other series got that much clout in a while. Yeah, I heard it's very popular. Like the girl from the gym said that it's like the top dog new anime right now. So, you know, and I think since I fancy myself a professional anime reviewer, it's like I gotta take it upon myself to watch things that are popular just so I can be in the know. But right now, definitely the focus is Fire Force. So I'm gonna see. It's just about what I'm gonna pick after that. I might after Fire Force, I might do like G Gundam, but also something else beside it too to kind of keep me going. So we'll see. When anime gonna get out of its pedo phase? Well, I think it's mostly marketed towards teenagers. So you're probably not going. It's probably never gonna happen because it's just the like I think because the way anime tends to have more mature themes than American cartoons, children, teenagers, and adults can enjoy it. I mean, well, not like adults can't enjoy stuff like SpongeBob or whatever. Like, man, I watch SpongeBob or Scooby Doo right now, but like I said, in anime, you just have more adult subject matter. Like as far as like the violence and sexual themes and drama, like adult situations and whatnot. You have people being killed and beaten up and raped and there's a lot of dark shit in anime. But still, we got to remember in Japan is still marketed towards teenagers, so that's why it tends to, even though there's this adult subject matter, it's all 9 times out of 10, most anime is going to be centered around teenagers. So I think this, that's why that's always been, and I think of course in Japan they kind of look at things differently too, as far as like how do I put it? In America, we have that thing where it's like, oh, she's 17 years old and 364 days old. You're a pedophile. Like we have that level of ridiculous, and I think Japan has a more like grounded, realistic view of sexuality and understand that it's not necessarily a bad thing that teenagers who are going through puberty are going to be found attractive and whatnot. Like they don't look at it the way we do over here. So I think that's why that's never going to be xed out. I think it's more so a cultural difference. Like they're just not as sensitive about shit like that the way we are. The new Chainsaw movie would come out in 2025. Just watch that instead. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what's up. I was surprised they didn't just hop right back into like doing another series, though. Because when did the Chainsaw Man season 1 come out? Wasn't that like last year? Like what the fuck? Marco's like that one friend that tells you he'll do something that is seemingly easy, but time passes 2 years and you just think he just forgot or just broke his promise only to do it. No, you're right. I'll take that. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. Let's set a New Year's resolution right here, even though I don't like doing that. This year, my goal is to become a more reliable friend, ally, teammate, compadre, leader, leader of men that keeps his promises. Right? There we go. Boom. In fact, let's start. Let's start now. Let's start right now. I'm gonna send you the Discord invite right now. Right now, maybe. Give me a second. Wait, how do you do that? Invite people. Send a link. Okay. Boom. There we go. I think that's it. Maybe that's it. Boy, hold up. Let me see this too. I wonder if I can do this. I probably can't. Let's see here. Can I do this? Boom. Invite. Get it while it's hot. Boom. See, I'm already changing for the better. I'm already changing for the better. There we go. It's a new year, baby. Then season 2, like 2027 or something. Like 2020. Yeah, damn. But Dan to Dan is kind of mad. It's just 12 episodes, so it's short. While. So it's not like is it? Does it go beyond that, or is that it? Like, is it 12 episodes as in? Is it 12 episodes as in that's it? Like, cause I heard that the first season ended on a cliffhanger, so I'm assuming there's more to it. The best anime of the season though was definitely Orb. It's like Vinland Saga, but about the church's persecution of heliocentrism. Yeah, we got some, man. We got some. Let me go ahead and just make a fucking list here. Let me make a list of possible anime to watch. So this is what we're gonna do. So I'm putting this on the list. Okay, so I'm Dan to Dan. Like, this is my to-do list. Dan to Dan, G Gundam, Witch from Mercury too. Throw that in there. What Orb? What's the other one? Somebody wasn't there another one? Dan to Dan, G Gundam, Witch from Mercury, Orb. That's it though, right? Nobody say anything else. I wanna I had one in my mind though. Oh yeah, I wanna watch JoJo Part 6 too. Cause the last one I saw was 5, so I wanna see Part 6. So yeah, that's our possible anime list right there. Boom. And there we go. Done. I don't know anyone that watched Orb, but it is easily best anime. See, okay, so we have a cosign here. We have a cosign. Hold up. Oh, I forgot about this. There we go. How we like that? Oh, the vibes. Look at that. Look at that. Oh man. That Death Note poster don't really hit till the lights come on. I wish I could show my Dragon Ball Z one. It's right there. It's right there, but it's like on the other side of the wall. Here we are. Dan to Dan season 2 would come out this okay. Yeah, I told you I'm changing for the better already. You guys got to give me time. You know, I evolve slowly, but I'm ever evolving. I put it like that, right? I got a job this year, making some money. I'm chilling, man. This been a good year though. This definitely been a good year. I didn't get everything done that I wanted to. I wanted to finish Robot Music 3, but I had a little setback during December. I had lost some files and shit like that, and that kind of threw me off track. But I'm back trying to finish that, and let me see. Other than that, I wanted to. I know it sounds crazy, but I wanted to like take my fitness to another level, but I feel like I kind of stagnated. Going into like the fall season. I was going hard during the summer, but I think during the fall I stagnated. And when I first started working my job, it was a challenge trying to working out because when you start working, you got less time to do everything you want to do. So you gotta really manage your time better. And I would say only like in the last month have I really gotten it down packed as far as like timing everything, you know. So, um, but I feel like that kind of threw me off track a little bit as far as like reaching my fitness goals. But now, especially with the new car, it's a lot easier because I can like just like drive to the gym and shit like that. Because it's easier for me to like motivate myself to like work out when I'm in the gym. Because like once I get there, it's like I can't just leave. I can, but you don't want to like drive uptown and then just leave. So it's like just driving there to the gym puts me in that mindset where I need to work out like an hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours. Also, some days I would just work out before I go to work or something like that. So just figure out that timing. But that was just something that I had to kind of figure out, the timing of doing different things, working around your job schedule. But I feel like everything that I've been doing as far as like self improvement has really prepared me for having to balance and manage my time the way I have to now. So I've actually been doing a pretty good job at it, surprisingly. You watching that Dragon Ball Daima kind of sucks. Fuck no, I ain't watching that bullshit. I'm not watching that bullshit. I don't want to judge a book by its cover. I guess I am, but it's very simple for me. I'm not interested in seeing the Dragon Ball characters. I mean, the Dragon Ball Z characters as kids. That's not interesting to me because I feel like you're going backwards. The one thing that I can see, because I see people posting about it on Twitter, they seem to be diving deep into like the Dragon Ball lore. So it's like they expand on different aspects of the story and character and myths and lore and shit like that. I can respect that. But just the fact, because I just feel like what they're doing is kind of similar to why GT didn't really work. And it's that you're trying to rewind and go back to how it was because I think there's a lot more pressure to continue with like the power level scaling of of like Goku and Vegeta and everyone as adults, and then like how do you keep pushing the like the envelope, like new forms, new enemies and things like, and I feel like it's a cop out like with the beginning of GT. It's like, okay, let's go back to the Dragon Ball days of Goku having a little team and they're adventuring across space. And it was cute, it has little cute moments, but it felt like a step backwards. And so every time I see Daima, it feels like a step backwards. If Goku isn't going Ultra Instinct off the rip, Super Saiyan Blue, then you going backwards because like we've already established, this is where he's at power level wise. So why is he a kid going Super Saiyan? Right? Everybody's hype over Vegeta going Super Saiyan 3. Super Saiyan 3 is the lamest goddamn transformation out of all of them. Super Saiyan 3 never did shit. Super Saiyan 3 was like the beginning of transformations not meaning anything or not meaning what they used to. So like giving Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 like it mean anything. And on top of that, kid Vegeta, Lord have mercy, bro. And people just eating it up. Like that's, to me, I see that is just stupid. That's fucking garbage right there, bro. Like what the fuck? I don't even know why people even care about that shit. Lord. I'll be mad. You give me that old ass. You gonna give me Super Saiyan 3. Nigga, I done had Ultra Ego, Super Saiyan Blue. I've been a Super Saiyan God. You give me this old ass Super Saiyan 3. Man, keep that bullshit. If I was Vegeta and they handed me the damn script for that episode, I'd be like, man, y'all don't get the fuck out of here, man. Keep this bullshit. It's a disgrace. But I'm not saying that like Diamond is bad. I'm just not interested. I could watch it and like it, you know. I might watch it and then I'll be singing a different tune. I'm just saying from the outside looking in, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in Kid Goku, Kid Vegeta. Like that's corny to me. I want to see grown ass men beating the fuck out of each other in Ultra Ego, Ultra Instinct, Frieza Black, Moro. Like, just go granola, animate that shit. Fuck all this Daima bull, bruh. Miss me with this garbage, dog. They already going off. My New Year's resolution is to stay positive next year. Oh, I mean, yeah, that's not a bad one. I'm pretty good at that. I'm pretty good at that. But yeah, a lot of life, a lot of hold on, oh, I forgot. A lot of life, like so much of doing well in life and being happy in life is attitude. Having a positive can do attitude goes a long way. It all starts in the mind, the mental, the mindset, right? That's why I'm where I am today, right? With my new lights. Woo! Hmm. I need to lose like 180 pounds. Shit. Damn. Well, I mean, might as well get started. Damn, that's a man. That's a lot. You got a ways to go, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. I've seen plenty of before and after pictures of people pulling that off. Go for it. Being fat, being fat cannot be fun. You if you got to lose 180 pounds, you must be very large. So I encourage you to lose that weight. Let me tell you, let me tell you, being fit and trim is fantastic. It is a great feeling. It feels really good. You gotta reach that, right? You gotta get that. You gotta get that. We can do that, right? It feels really good, man. Being in good shape, running and whatnot. What changes have you made to your diet? Obviously, losing weight is the goal. So, what are the changes you're making to your diet and your lifestyle to set you off on the right path? 'Cause that's where it starts. It starts with the lifestyle changes and shit like that. I'm trying to speed run it, then you got to get Ozempic. I'm not promoting or suggesting Ozempic. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, like the stream by the way. What do you do for work? I'll just say it's cleaning adjacent. Vegeta is not a jobber in Daima, at least not yet. That is not my Vegeta. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. But it don't, I mean, at this point, it don't even matter because Akira Toriyama is dead. So anything that happens with Dragon Ball, like new at this point, that he hasn't outlined is not going to be taken as seriously. You know, for years, Vegeta fanboys wanted him to win a significant fight or redeem himself. And he was just never going to because Akira Toriyama never liked Vegeta anyway. Like when the creator just doesn't like the character, this is just it is what it is. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about what kid Vegeta does with his bullshit ass Super Saiyan 3. The prince of all frauds. Hokage Marco. Vincent Kelly, welcome to the stream. Hokage Marco. I like that. Yeah, maybe it's time for me to upgrade, right? From Super Chat Marco to like Hashira Marco. Yeah, I need to upgrade. Hashira Marco. I like that. Mm, yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Mm, okay. Yeah. Hashira Marco is here in the flesh. Oh yeah. I had a sudden upgrade, an ass pull, as they say in the anime land. Yeah. What the fuck is that? Oh, that was the hilt. Okay. This cheap ass Amazon sword. Ah, there we go. It's not fun at all. I'm big as hell, and it sucks losing weight, but it's really fast. I'm losing 5 pounds a week easily right now. I don't know how long I can sustain it, but it's going. Yeah, typically when you're as big as you are, weight loss tends to be pretty rapid. With even just relatively minor changes to your diet, like I've heard of people who would do simple stuff like they would just cut out sodas or soft drinks or sugary drinks from their diet, and then that would lead to weight loss over time, without having to like do anything else extreme. But yeah, that's where it starts right there. It's definitely hitting like your daily diet and food intake, changing things around. But you gotta find those things, those changes that you can make permanently, like those, because those are the things that really make the difference. When like those permanent changes, not just looking at it like, oh, I'm gonna be on this diet for a while, then I'm gonna, right. You gotta like definitely where you're at. You gotta figure out things that you can make like permanent changes to your diet, because that'll help a lot too. Like I always remember years ago, like one of the first like significant changes I made to my diet, because I always had a sweet tooth. So I was like, I'm either gonna drink sugar or I'm gonna eat it. And so I was like, if I'm gonna have sugar, I'd rather eat it. So I stopped drinking sugary drinks, or like not completely, but I would say like 90% of what I drink is water, pretty much. Speaking of, oh, okay, but yeah, 90% of what I drink is water. So that was one of the that was this card failed when I grabbed this. But that was one of the changes that I made to my diet. That was one of the first changes I made to my diet, and one I was able to stick to. But yeah, I'll say this too. Another good thing about this year, I ate cleaner this year than I ever have in my life. Cause the year before last, I was always eating like chicken nuggets and spicy ramen, or chicken nuggets with French fries. And I still, don't get me wrong, I still have fun. Like earlier today, I ate a whole pizza by myself. But another one of the changes that I made though was I substituted the spicy ramen and the French fries for like rice, mixed vegetables, eggs, and cheese, stuff like that. So I definitely made some improvements on my daily food intake, on my overall diet. So that's another thing that I'm proud of about this year. Again, man, we gotta count every victory. We gotta figure out every little thing that we can do to be better every year, and just try our best. I strive to eat 2,000 calories a day or anything I cook. Okay, that's good. That's solid. Trash food or good food doesn't matter as long as it's 2,000 calories a day. Yeah, that's a good start. Plus walking 3 miles a day again. Good. Kimosabi, welcome to the stream. Happy New Year, Chad and chat. Bro trying to be light skinned. I recognize that Aldi water at 89 cents per gallon is better and cheaper than buying from a water shop. Yeah, I think my mom. Wait, this food line. This food line. But she does go to Aldi. But this is the food line water right here. Probably some fluoride. No, I said purified, but we got fluoride in here. I don't see it. Some of my Pokemon cards, Phil. What else good happened? Food line scams not gonna lie. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Like what Food Line does is they'll sell food at a higher price, but then they'll have the MVP deal where really the MVP deal is just selling it at like a similar price as a place like Walmart. So you go in there and you think, oh, all these deals, all these savings, but it's really not. Like they're the base prices is really them taxing the fuck out of you, and then the MVP deal is really just the product at a normal price, like at a reasonable price that you would get it at that you like the same price that you would probably have at a Walmart or something like that. So yeah, the only reason I would never choose Food Line over Walmart if Walmart wasn't further uptown. Food Line is like right down the street, so that's why I'll do that. I'll go to Food Line over Walmart. But if I'm in the mood or I'm in the area or I'm going to go out there, I always rather go to Walmart. Always. I don't like hearing gunshots. Not around here. Usually it's a bad thing. I guess I gotta relax. It's a bad thing about New Year's. You hear some crazy shit, man. Ba boom, ba bam, bam. We're going into 2025 in about 2 minutes, guys. Get ready. Get ready. Oh my God. Hashiro Marco. Another good thing about this year that was pretty cool. I met some cool girls this year. Starting with Iris, even though even though our relationship went sour, Iris really was like the first girl that I met that I thought was had a cool personality. Someone that I could see myself being like compatible with. That was like something completely brand new to me. And then I met Kayla, who you saw in the fashion show video. She's also very cool, and we got along because of the shared interest in music. And she's like entrepreneurs minded. Is into making content and stuff like that. Then I met Brianna from the gym, and she's really into anime. She's the one that recommended me Fire Force. So that was another cool thing. I met like some cool girls this year. Hold up, we're almost there. Oh, wait a minute. Shit, I forgot. I thought these made noise. What's the fucking point? That's it? I'm making a noise. Dude. You can tell I had a great year, right? Look at me. You can tell I had a great year this year, man. I'm just looking real fabulous tonight. Happy New Year! Yeah, damn. I'm looking like $200. Okay. I'll turn that to some photos, some pictures. But yeah, I'm looking like $230 right now, bro. Golly. Nathan the man, welcome to the stream. What up? I use a Zero Water brand filter, 6 filters for $66. If you don't live in a major city like me, your filters will last a long time. Yeah, I need to start filtering my shit. They might start poisoning the water on purpose. I mean, Lord. It's like every year I find out more and more that our government is trying to kill us. Lately, Walmart doesn't really have a lot of good deals on food. I go into Aldi for all my meats and veggies and anything else I want from Walmart. I get it delivered. Yeah, maybe I'll start going to Aldi more. That's where my mom goes. I got to start thinking outside the box. I'm thinking about getting a Sam's Club card too. I'm thinking about getting a Sam's Club card. So I'm going to see what's up with that. You finna blow up next year. You finna hit the algorithm. People are gonna latch on. People gonna latch on to people. Well, you know, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Actually, I got some good ass music that I have not put out because I just been kind of sitting on it for Robot Music 3. But I don't know. Man, I should give a preview, right? A preview. Y'all want a Robot Music 3 preview? Another one? You got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope. All right. Let's do it. Let's all do it. Let's all do it. Let's all do it. All right. All right. Yeah.
Jessica Mayfield is still missing after 4 weeks as of today. Lead Detective Melvin Green has declined to comment. Our thoughts and prayers are with Jessica and her family.
She's a nice girl, but I can't have her. If I can't have her, then nobody can have her. Pull the knife out, stalk her ass, then stab her. Police on the way, hope they like my brain matter. She's a nice girl, but I can't have her. If I can't have her, then nobody can have her.
Robot Music 9003 coming into 2025. Okay. Yeah, that was kind of fucked up. I know. Oh, man. It's kind of fucked up. I went a little dark on that one, but it was all in good fun. It was all in good fun. I hope you have more stuff like Social Isolation. Oh, Amuro Remix and Clown World coming. Similar. Konoichi, welcome to the stream. Yikes, this a bit much. Oh yeah, no, I agree. Can I see your feet? I masturbate to your photos. Saw you down the street, recording you with my GoPro. Said it, I'm a creep. Don't play with me, bitch, I'm loco. Hiding in the trees, I'm looking up for the popo. Oh, man, she love me not. Man, fuck it, kill the cunt. Black Dollar your shit, the blood drain. We can spill a bunch. Punch her in the stomach and don't stop until I feel the guts. I'm just brained up and she look at me like a mill or something. Skin a bitch, make a lamp shade like a Air Gein. Yeah. Look, I'm just saying, if they could make a song called Long Live Jeffrey Dahmer, then let me get in my bag too. Shit. Maybe I won't going hard enough. Clown World was too soft. That's why they got me. So if that's the standard, motherfuckers out here putting out Long Live Jeffrey Dahmer, then I should be able to do what the fuck I want to do. She's a nice girl, but I can't have her. If I can't have her, then nobody can have her. Put a knife out, stalk her ass, then stab her. Police on the way, hope they like my brain matter. She's a nice girl, but I can't have her. If I can't have her, then nobody can have her. Put a knife out, stalk her ass, then stab her. It's so fucking stupid. Cause it's like, what makes it funny is that the lyrics are dark as hell, but the beat is actually upbeat. Like it's a nice like up tempo beat, and then it's like the way you're singing it. She's a nice girl, but I can't have her. So it's like that contrast of like the high tempo and the upbeat sound of it, but then these dark as fuck lyrics, bro. Like that's what makes it kind of funny, right? It wouldn't be funny if I was being dead ass serious with it, but you could tell I was having fun. So that's a cool one. You're gonna scare the bitches, man. I know. It's too late for me though. Will a song like that get you in trouble on YouTube? Probably, yeah. But I told you guys, like I don't belong on YouTube. So we got to accept that. We got to enjoy it while it lasts. You know, we can't be worried about stuff like that. YouTube has decided that I don't belong, so it's up to them whenever they decide. They could go to an old beat and say that it was hate speech or something, like a beat with no lyrics, and say it was hate speech. And then what could I do to stop them? Nothing. There's nothing I could do. There's nothing anybody could do. They can do whatever they want to my channel. So like I said, I don't worry about it. I'm not going to go out of my way to get the channel deleted, but you know, they can do whatever they want and nobody's going to protect me. So like I said, I can't be thinking like, you know, it's got to be YouTube. That's why I be streaming on Twitch and shit like that, you know. And hopefully next year I'm start streaming on Rumble and whatnot. You know, putting more focus on my other social media because I don't belong on YouTube. Bro definitely stole the Birdman beat. I don't know what beat you're talking about. I don't know the beat you're talking about at all. I made that beat 100%. In fact, I think there's a old stream that you can find from earlier this year when I was working on that beat actually. So I mean, it might just be a similar sounding beat, you know, but nah, I didn't. That's a Chad Marco original right there. I still got the beat. That's a Chad Marco original. Ba-da-doo, doo-da-doo, doo-da-doo. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, I still got the. Yeah, that's a Chad Marco beat. Now it might just be a similar beat to what somebody else got, but you know, if I was gonna take inspiration for a beat, I wouldn't go like mainstream. I would go like video game, anime, something like that, not mainstream. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, like my setup right now looking real groovy. My setup looking extra groovy. Oh man, what a night. Y'all like my Timu? My Timu. I don't know. This ain't a kimono, but it's like a Japanese, one of those Japanese little shirts, little throw on shirts. Thank you, Timu. I know it looks good. The material ain't great. The material ain't great. Would it still be dark if a girl said it? Oh, it's a good point. I don't think anybody would care. Girls can do whatever they want. Girls can do whatever they want. Any dating goals for 2025? Stay away from women. This is probably the most important time for me to stay single, to be honest, because I'm working now, so I can save money. If I had a girlfriend, it would be a lot harder to save money unless I found a girl that was understanding of my goal to save money. But you got to think about it. Any decent looking girl, why be with a guy who isn't going to wine and dine you and spoil you? You know, it doesn't make any sense. You know, when you can like I don't really have anything to offer a girl other than that at this point. That's the only thing you can really say. Oh, like he got a job, he got a car, right? But then the expectation becomes, well, he needs to, you know, use those resources on me, right? So I feel like there was never a more important time for me to really protect my virginity. Like, if anything, 2025 is monk mode for sure. It's monk mode. Yeah, like, absolutely. Getting a girl, this would be the worst time to get a girlfriend because it would just be a distraction, and the expectation of me spending money on her would prevent me from achieving my goals as far as like investing into myself and saving money. So it's not a good time, you know. Now look, if a cute girl pop up, again, I've never been one to turn a cute girl down. It's just that they never show up. So I'm just saying, as far as me trying and putting in effort, I'm not gonna be out here. I'm not gonna be out here kicking up dust trying to get a girlfriend for sure. But again, it just, you know, this is the time to be saving money. Can you pin a picture of your setup and your server? I want to see how it ended up looking, the setup. Oh, you're talking about like what I see? Well, I was straightened up a little bit, to be honest. It ain't looking pristine, but it's pretty cool. I got this new light in front of me here. Oh, look at, oh, Lord, you see that? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Damn, look at that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna just start hooking it up. Oh, damn, this make you have a damn seizure. But yeah, I'm gonna start hooking up the setup more. I'm getting it right, but you see how I've been doing little things. Like I got the Death Note poster, the lights. I should probably move that Dragon Ball Z poster over there though, so you guys can see it like from this angle. If I put it on that wall, you guys could see it. But yeah, we're just hooking shit up. You know, my production team is hard at work. My production team is hard at work right now. Dang, I can't get the regular light. Oh, that's cute. Oh, there we go. Woo. Oh, damn. I forgot we got different brightness settings. Dude. Oh, okay. There we go. Damn. Man, Kai Senate, here I come. Damn, we looking good over here. We are all going into a brain stew of events next year. What do you mean, A-Land 444? You mean like something bad's gonna happen? Do you have to at least try for the story time content? At least. Oh, well, I do have a story actually. So that I didn't really ask this girl out like in a romantic way. I asked her out, but more as a friend and got rejected, right? So let me tell you this. So I do have a story. So you guys know I've been going to the gym for over a year, and there's a girl that works at the gym. And when I first met her, I didn't really think much of her because she's not really my type. And so we would just kind of talk a little bit, like a minute or two at a time. And I told this story before, but it was one night when I was in there and I think I left my phone. So I came back and she was acting weird. And she took me to the side and she said, "Can you stay? Because these 3 drunk dudes just walked in." And she basically she was afraid to go tell them, "Hey, you guys can't be in here without signing in." So she asked me to stay and basically watch her back. Cause it was like, cause she works the night shift when nobody's in there. So I stayed in there pretending like I was working out. And I was just kind of watching her back as she confronted these guys. And they were just being really rude and disrespectful, right? Like flirting with her, but being like nasty about it and shit. And eventually they got their whole past situation situated. They worked out for like 30 minutes and left. And then she was really pleased that I stayed and watched her back like that. And so since then we kind of been cool, right? And so now that I started like going back to the gym, cause I wasn't going that much during like between summer and now, I wasn't going that much. And so we've been talking more though. And basically we had like a 2-hour long conversation, right? Like at the gym where we were just talking about anime and shit like that. And talking about like our different perspectives on like dating and whatnot. Cause me, I'm a weird anime nerd and she's like a weird anime nerd girl. And so we were just kind of talking about like our different perspectives on like dating and whatnot. And we were having like just a good ass conversation, like 2 hours straight, like sitting there talking. And so I kind of thought back to Kayla, right? And how cool we became over shared interests in music. And so I was like, this is an opportunity for me to make another like friend, another female friend. So I asked her if she wanted to like watch anime with me or something one day. And then she was like, "I got a boyfriend." And then I was like, "Oh." And then that was that. But yeah, that happened like, I guess maybe like 2 weeks ago or something like that. But add that to the list of reject. And people won't believe me when I say this, but I was genuinely asking her out as a friend because, again, she's not really my type like that. But when you meet somebody that you got a lot in common with and whatnot, that's a cool thing. But I think the unfortunate thing about it, with Kayla, it was different because Kayla's a lesbian, right? So she could be friends with me and it wouldn't be an issue. But a girl like that who got a boyfriend, we can't be friends because she got a boyfriend. It wouldn't be appropriate. So I understood where she was coming from. So, but that was about it. That was like the only, right? Like, other than the Irish shit from earlier in the year, that was it. And this wasn't even like me really asking her out, It was just like I wanted another. I wanted me another anime buddy, but oh well. If robots could be used in, in relationships, everyone would start to use them due to isolation, causing little human interaction with actual people. Though I would do the same. I mean, I would try to get as much out of it as I could, but I think also, we can't be too small-minded about this, right? I feel like we always kind of default to thinking about like sex bots and companion bots and shit. But man, what you could get one to cook for you, clean for you. I think more about shit like that now that I got a job and I don't have as much free time. So it's really a challenge to, figure out how you're gonna plan your day out when you got to dedicate a significant portion of it to working. So I'd be like, damn it, but I gotta do this, but I gotta cook, gotta clean. So now if I had me a robot, I'm gonna have that bitch cooking. I'm gonna have that bitch cooking and cleaning for sure. I want a real connection with someone who'll remember me after the lights go out. I feel the same way, Midnight Prince. We might be suckers for love, but I feel the same way. I definitely if I did get a girl, I want one that has a good personality, somebody that I'll be compatible with. But it just seemed like whenever I do meet girls, they never have like the full range, right, of what I would need. Iris was probably the closest because she had a cute personality. I felt like we could probably, if she didn't dislike me so much, if she didn't dislike me so much, I feel like we could, get along. At least that was my initial impression. And I think most people who saw the interview that we did kind of felt the same way. And I found her physically attractive somewhat, right? She's mid, but that's good enough. That's good enough. But yeah. Like a girl like Kayla or the girl I met at the gym, but like closer to my type and single, that would be great. That would definitely, yeah. But it's hard. It's hard getting like that full package, right? Because there's no shortage of girls that are physically attractive, but finding a girl that's not like that I would be compatible with is a completely different thing. And when I was talking to the girl at the gym, we were having this conversation and she said that's basically her same problem, right? Because she doesn't like normie guys. Like she's always looking for like, more unique, different type of guys. And they just tend to be, harder to find. And for a guy like I'm kind of realizing this too. For a guy like myself, I'm really not compatible with normie girls. Like that's the truth of it. I feel like a lot of those times in my life when I got choosing signals or thought I was getting choosing signals, it's only because they didn't know me. They saw me like just being quiet. Like maybe they saw me walking around with a tank top on or something and right looking all muscular and chocolatey and shit. So that they probably thought I was something that I'm not, Because unless I'm with people I'm hanging out with or I'm in my comfort zone, I stay to myself. I'm introverted. So I can see how a girl could see me and think that I'm a normie, but I'm really not, And so I think that's one of the things that I kind of realized, interacting with Iris and Kayla and Gym Girl is that like I gotta find a girl like who got personalities similar to them. Because with them, I felt like I could be myself in different ways, though. In different ways. Like with Kayla, we connected over the music. With the gym girl, we connected over the anime and stuff. And kind of like similar perspective on like just being like weird in the black community and what comes with that, And Iris was just cutie. She was just cute, like just cute and friendly overall, you know. But like if I was dating, it's gotta be somebody who's similar to them, something like that. Like I don't think a normie girl would really fit with me. But it's not too many non-normie girls where I'm from, so that's just gonna make it harder. A robot that can cook and clean for you would cost millions at first and settle down to like the hundreds of the hundreds of thousands. I mean, you know, the earliest technology of like robots and shit, it's gonna be very expensive anyway, you know. But there's probably gonna come a point, you know, unless we enter like nuclear war or AI takes over the world or something, it's gonna come to a point where it's probably like buying, like, how do I put it? You know how what's a good example of something that like wasn't like you remember how like the first cell phones were like those big bricks, those big brick cell phones, but only a few people had them. And then over time, you know, cell phones became more compact and more common for people to have and things like that. Like I think it's probably not the best example, but I think it'll be something like that where like a few people will have it at first, right? Like it'll be a flex for rich people to have like the first robots that are gonna be able to do like tasks around the house, like cleaning, fucking, sucking, licking. Yeah, it's gonna be something like it's gonna be a flex, but over time it's gonna be something that everybody got. Like I remember when the iPhone first came out and Soldier Boy was flexing that shit, and now everybody got an iPhone. But it's robots are probably gonna be in like probably gonna be expensive regardless though. I think that's the only thing. But like I don't see like a robot being like $500 or something like that. But I think it will get to a point where, you know, it'll be possible to get. Like it won't be like this impossible out of reach thing. But it'll probably be just more common amongst like middle class people or something like that. You know, it's kind of like for the first time I saw a Cybertruck in my neighborhood, right? So it's like at first the Cybertruck was like, oh my god, like who has one of those? And now I finally seen one. So it's like, you know, it's one of those things where it's gonna take a while, but it could become relatively common. But I don't think it's gonna be like common like a computer or a cell phone. Cause it just that type of technology is just so advanced. So like you're literally talking about something that can like completely change a household, right? Whereas people had to hire maids and butlers, you got a robot that can do some of that work. Like that's kind of crazy when you think about it. But we'll see. They would have to sell it to women first, so they can't fight selling it to men. Oh yeah, yeah, that's gonna be an issue. But again, that's another thing. You know, I feel like the government is gonna try to get ahead of a lot of that stuff, AI and robot technology stuff like they're gonna want to get ahead of it so that they can be in control of it. You know. So we gotta be careful. We gotta be mindful of that because I feel like the government is gonna try to make sure that we're not gonna be able to have fun with these things because they want to be in control of everything that they possibly can. I saw a complaint about the cyberpunk where it's bad to posterize it because of its price. It's what the Cybertruck. It's bad to posterize it because of the price. We got oh yeah, we got to move out of our parents' house first before we think of getting AI foods. Can't bring a fuck doll home while mom is there. I would. I'm at the point now. Look, I'm getting clout in my house. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I'm telling you, now that I'm working, don't nobody tell me shit. I'm getting clout in this bitch. I got clout now, so I might just go ahead and be like, "Look, mom, look, you gotta weigh the pros and cons of this. I could be out here chasing hoes, fucking hoes, spending money on hoes, getting in trouble making babies, or I can be in here fucking this robot. You pick and choose. you pick which one you want. You pick which one you want, but yeah, I'm just saying, with a job, people leave you the fuck alone, man. People leave you alone. I make my money. I give her some money, and we good to go. Don't nobody say nothing to me. I don't hear no lip no more. You know, it's funny because you know, for the first time, I had drove everybody to a restaurant to go eat. You know, now I didn't pay for everybody. Whoa. But you know, it was like it was cool. You know, I felt like more of the man of the house. You know, my mom was like, "I don't feel like driving, you drive." So I drove everybody there, and we went to eat at a buffet. Had a good time, you know, and came back home. And then I left again that night, did some more shopping. That was like before Christmas. But yeah, dude, I'm getting to the point where I'm really becoming like the man of the house. So I'd be damn if I can't have my damn fuck robot. I'm gonna have mine. I'm gonna have mine. Believe that. You know, right now it's more so about affordability than anything else, though. You know, affordability and availability. You know, I mean, I guess a real doll would be possible, but I'd rather save that money. I'd rather save that. Once I get a sizable savings up, then I'll fuck up and buy some dumb shit like a real doll or something with the big titties. An interesting idea would be to mix machine with spirit, like combining a chatbot with a Topa or something similar. Damn, that sounds like a job for X. That sounds like some demonic tarot card, astrology, persona, demonic SMT type shit. Damn, digital devil saga type shit. Damn, what y'all go? Damn. Put the Topa in the machine. I try to stay away from the occult stuff, you know. I think it's because I was raised in a religious household. So it's like I've been in a library and I'd be seeing like those books on witchcraft. And actually I bought one, but I still haven't really opened it up and read it yet. But I kind of got a fear of stuff like that. And I think it's because of being raised in a religious household. Like they always warn about stuff like that. Tarot cards, fortune telling, crystal balls, spirits, and witchcraft. You know, there's a part of me that wants to definitely research these things, but I don't know. I guess I have this fear of like opening Pandora's box and not being able to go back. You know, like because my life is so good right now. I don't want to fuck up and get possessed by a demon or something. Sitting here like, man, them damn Jehovah's Witnesses don't know what the hell they talking about. Then my ass end up damn possessing this bitch, head spinning. Head spinning like some damn rims in this bitch. Speaking in tongues, speaking in Latin, don't even know the language. Oh no. But probably one day I'll probably dip my toes in it. But from an analytical and research perspective, probably not conducting any rituals or nothing like that. But you know, you definitely have your superstitious portion of the black community. You know, I oftentimes hear talks of like roots and witchcraft, especially performed by like women. You hear about like women putting roots on their oh man, I gotta tell you guys this story too. My mom told me about this. You know, this happened on my dad's side of the family. And my dad's side of the family is just it's a lot of crazy shit over there, man. Like they got a reputation, but I think I think that this woman, I gotta ask my mom again because it's been a while since she told me. But I think the woman in question is one of my dad's sisters or something like that. So she'll be my aunt, right? I never met her, but she apparently is like she was like very attractive. And she was in a relationship with this older man. And the older man was like possessive over her or whatnot. And but there was a like she was like dependent on him. Like because he would give her money and take care of her, pay her bills and stuff. But she was trying to separate herself from him. So she got a job and she started dating this new guy. And so the old guy who used to take care of her, he found out and he had beat her like really bad. And he beat her so bad that my mom said that her neck was turned like this. Right? Like she couldn't even turn her head back to like she had, I don't know what the fuck, but just her head was permanently turned like this. And so people always thought that she was like that because of him beating her ass. And after that, she never left him again. Like she was just stuck like this in a relationship with this guy. So everybody thought that was just from the physical damage of what he did to her. Then after he died, her neck got back right. And then that's when people speculated that he had used witchcraft on her to keep her with him for the rest of his life. Because it right after he died, her neck went back to normal. Like, how do you explain that? But that's just one of those like crazy like mysteries of like my dad's side of the family. It's a lot of crazy shit that that happened on my dad's side. I remember when I had transferred schools as a teenager. Like everybody knew like saw me as being weird as fuck. And I remember I was in like the detention area one time. And then the guy who was running the detention area, like the teacher in there, he found out who my dad was. And he was like, that's his dad? They were like, yeah. They were like, okay, it makes sense now. So it's like, even my dad got a reputation for being strange and whatnot. So it was because they saw me and then they found out he was my dad and they was like, oh, I see. Now it makes sense. That's where he got that shit from. But I don't know. I don't really think I'm like my dad, to be honest. I don't think I'm similar to him. Like we might both be strange, but I think we're strange in very different ways. I put it like that. But yeah, that was some weird shit, man. These boomers are so jaded that they think putting a $100,000 semi-attainable car is a bad thing. It's putting a $100,000 semi-attainable is a bad thing over a $2 million Lambo. Wait, so you're saying that they think that the Cybertruck is a bad thing? That is about like how much does it cost again? You say it's 100,000? Let me look this up real quick. Like I think that's it. Look at me hunting and pecking. The 2024 Tesla Cybertruck's price has been significantly reduced. The all-wheel drive version now starts at $79,000, down from the previous price of $99,000. Damn, that's surprisingly affordable. Ain't that bitch bulletproof, right? What's the catch? Shit. I mean, I like them. I would like to have one. I can't afford it, obviously. But my thing is, I like to be low key too. You know, where I'm from, you got to be careful about being flashy. If you're doing too much that stands out, then you can become a target. So, you know, I don't want to get myself in trouble or become a target and attract unwanted attention just to be flashy. You know, that's why you know, when we were working out the settlement for the truck, the damage to the truck, when we took it in, they determined that the truck was totaled. Um, Even though I was driving it still, the battery wouldn't stay charged. And we were trying to figure out why the battery would never stay charged. And they examined the truck. They found out that when I got rear-ended, they hit, you know how on the back of a truck, you got that piece where you can hook something to the back of it to pull it. The car that hit mine hit that piece, and it fucked up like the frame of the bottom of the truck really bad, to where the people who examined it said, nah, this nah, it'll be more expensive to fix it than to just call it a loss and just give you guys a settlement check. And then that's how we got the new car. But in between, I had a 2024 Mazda rental car. So we had a rental car between losing the truck and getting the new car. We had the rental, and it was a 2024. And I felt like it was cool riding in it because it was like push to start. It was clean. It was just like, you had like the, you know, when you back up, you can see like the camera in the back. So you get the back view of when you backing up. So you got to turn around. You just look at the camera. That bitch was nice. And I remember too, I knew I knew I was riding clean because I had lost my wallet at the gym, right? So I went back to the gym and I asked them if they found the wallet. And then there was a girl working there, and she had kind of came in around the time I came in, right? And then when I asked, she said, "Did you look in that Mazda you came in?" And it was the way she said it. You could tell like she was like checking out. Like that was the first time in my life I ever experienced like a gold digger vibe. Now I'm not sure if that was where she was coming from, but it was just the fact that she mentioned like she was paying attention to what the fuck she was paying attention to the car I got out of. Right? That never happened to me. She was like, "Did you check did you check that Mazda you got?" Right? So I heard that and I was like, this bitch was checking out my damn rental car. I didn't have the heart to tell her it was a rental, but right then I was like, damn, like they're not lying when they say, you know, even just riding around in a nice car, like people look at you different and shit. But it also made me uncomfortable because I just felt like the car was just too new. And it wasn't mine, it was a rental. So, you know, anything happen is on my ass. So, but yeah, it would be nice to have it, but I don't want anything to make me stand out. The car that my mom picked out is a ugly grandma car for sure. And but it's very low key, and that's one thing I do like. I like staying low key. I don't want to draw no attention. Like I draw enough attention to myself as it is. So, but at least it's just like weirdo attention. I don't want the type of like attention of like people thinking I got something valuable on me. That's the dangerous type of attention right there. I don't need that. Like they've never had a midlife crisis and bought a Corvette. That's a dream car that's attainable for the average 50-year-old. I was mad at my mom though when she picked that car out. Not because like the car she picked. I think she picked a good one as far as like reliability and like being good on gas. But I told her, before you pick one out, let me go with you. And she kind of got it behind my back, and I had to I had to give her a firm talking to about that shit. like that's one of the bad things about, I'll say this about living with your parents, is that they'll still try to son you. And I was upset because I told her not to do it and she did it, and then she was like, but the deal was so good. And again, she picked out a reliable, fuel efficient car. I give her the credit she deserved. But like I just feel like she took that moment away from me, because we got that settlement, and so that would have been my chance to pick out a car that like that I like. Not like I would have got something fancy or anything like that, but it just, it was the chance for me to choose, and I was upset that she took that away from me. I was salty about that shit because I told her not to do it. I said, let me go when you go pick one out, She picked a reliable one, but I just didn't like how she got it behind my back. But in the end, everything worked out. I'm telling you, man, that truck that I had was so bad on gas. Like, now, I first noticed the difference when I got the rental car. The Mazda, that bitch was real good on gas. And the car I got now, also good on gas. And it's a life changer because when I had that truck, I had to plan out every little thing that I would do. Like I couldn't I couldn't just go to the gym without taking into consideration that like that's gonna hit my gas tank. Like now I don't even gotta think about it. I don't gotta think about what I do. I just go where I want, when I want, and I don't really worry about it, Like it's that big of a difference of as far as like fuel efficiency between the truck I had and the car I got now. Like that shit was like, whoa. Like now I can really explore the city and do different things now because I ain't gotta like everything doesn't revolve around the gas and like gas, spending money on gas. So like that was one of the best things that resulted from that damn car crash, bro. I can't lie. Sometimes bad shit happens and then good things come on the back end of it, A lot of the occult is misunderstood. There's a rich esoteric Christian tradition, but caution is always good. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I ain't trying to just jump into like, oh man, fuck this fake bullshit, and then right, then I'm going through some damn exorcist type situations. I don't accidentally put roots on somebody and put a love spell on somebody. Damn. And that bitch ended up killing my ass. I'm just saying, bro. I want to learn about it, but like you said, I want to definitely approach it with the proper respect and caution, because I'm a skeptic. I'm not even a religious person, but you know how just shit kind of just gets into you anyway. You get influenced by your upbringing and the things that you're around. So even though I don't necessarily believe in like the spirits and the ghosts and the paranormal, when you got people telling you that like not to play with tarot cards and Ouija boards all the time, it just kind of sticks. And part of it is just out of respect for my mother who is religious, like if I brought a Ouija board home, my mom would flip. Like I'm telling you, if I brought a Ouija board home, that would be an issue. That would be a problem for sure. I think she would feel more okay with me bringing like inviting like certified KKK members over here than bringing a Ouija board. She would flip. Nice girl. Marco Rip Gut era. Yeah, this a dope track. It's dark. It's dark, but it's sometimes you gotta take it there. There would definitely be a large market for it. Older single males would be the norm going forward. And you know what people don't really talk about is how this mass illegal immigration is going to affect dating in these different countries that have been affected by this. Because we all know most of the people coming in are men, adult men. You know, you have some women, children, and things like that, family, but like I can't put a number to it, but the large majority of these immigrants are males, and you think they not gonna want to fuck? They gonna want to fuck something too. So that's gonna make the dating market even more stifling for the average guy. It's gonna be even more competitive. Like again, that's why I don't stress over that shit, bro. You know, it's like when I was talking to the girl at the gym, like she's not even she's not even like that attractive, you know, with all due respect. And she was telling me about all the options she had and her exes and stuff like that. And I was like, damn. But like, I already like knew all this shit. I already knew that girls got way more options than guys. But like, like she's about as plain Jane as they come, right? And she's had a a very good dating life as far as like options and things like that. Even though she, you know, she had like some crazy and lazy exes, from what she said. But interactions like that are just kind of eye opening about the like what dating is for women, even women who aren't like bad bitches and QTs and stuff like that. Even a plain looking girl like that has a buffet of men available to her, you know. And just think about now that we got all these migrants coming in, and now they're talking about, you know, I just dropped a video on about Elon Musk. I just dropped a video about Elon Musk and the what is it, the HB1 or the H1B visas, and you already know most of the people coming in through that is gonna be Indian men. It's gonna be straight dudes. So let's be real about that. So again, you talking about more competition for women. Like again, that's, you know, when you ask me what are my dating goals for 2025, man, I wish I fucking would set a damn dating goal. I wish I fucking would, man. Fuck that. Like I said, it is my attitude is gonna be the same probably forever. Like whatever happens, happens. Like I'm not going out of my way. I'm not going out of my way to try to get no girlfriend for sure. Like whatever happens, happens. You know. You know, if a good opportunity happens by chance, then I'll go for it. But you know, like I'm not saying like a girl gotta hunt me down and jump on my dick or something like that. But I gotta at least like it's gotta at least be like similar to the situations where I met like Iris and Kayla and stuff like that. Like organic type of build up and friendship and getting to know each other, and then you know then I can make a move. But other than that, nah, bro. Like it's way too competitive. You know, it's girls got just too many options, bro. They got too many options, and it's too hard, man. It's just too damn hard. Occultism is really about protection from envy. I'd rather be a target in a bulletproof truck. I mean, but but you got to get out that truck. That's the problem. You got to get out of the truck. You got to get out of the truck. If you get out, when you get out, just have a gun on you. I'm just saying. But where I live, I can't afford to draw that kind of attention to myself. That's all I'm saying. It's it can be dangerous. It can be dangerous to ride around in something like that. That's definitely a part of my philosophy. Is to stay low key. Like I'm Rick Ross selling crack in the 80s. Stay low key. Y'all know about Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross. He was a crack dealer from like the 80s. And he was known for being very low key. Like he wouldn't drive fancy cars. He dressed in plain clothing. He had like a beard. Like you would have never guessed that he was a drug kingpin. He looked like a crackhead basically, but he was a drug kingpin. And like I think where I'm from, that's kind of how you got to roll if you don't want to get unwanted attention. Because we got a lot of wolves out here and they just looking to eat. So. If I lived in a different type of neighborhood, I wouldn't mind having some fancy stuff like a Cybertruck. But again, I don't like that type of attention whatsoever. But I see some guys out here with some nice cars though. There's definitely some guys that have some real nice cars. Niggas gonna rob me to find out I got fake shoes and a Casio watch. I got New Balances. I got, I always wear like New Balances. I don't even buy Jordans, That's you do hear about people getting robbed for their Jordans and shit. But I'm not really into Jordans anyway. They got some cool looking Jordans, but I try to think outside the box. I feel like so many black people default to just doing what everybody else is doing, right? If they get a dog, they get a pit bull. If they get shoes, they get Jordans. If they play video games, they play 2K, Fortnite, Modern Warfare. Like it's just the same old shit. I try to think outside the box. I just try to think differently. And you got so many shoe brands out there. Why just get what everybody else is getting? So I'm more of a New Balance guy. I go for New Balances, but even then I want to kind of go outside of that box too and see what else is out there. But New Balances are my favorite. Because they just fit my feet very well. I always had like a weird balance with my feet anyway. So I need certain types of shoes. The only problem with old cars is the gas mileage, not going to lie. So you're saying that gas mileage got better with newer cars. I didn't even know that was the factor. I thought it was just car type. I thought it had more to do with like just the type of car, but the car I got now is God, man. I'm telling you, I love that shit. I love it. It just, again, game changer. I can go to the gym right now. Well, actually, the gym is closed because it's New Year's. So yeah, I can't go to the gym actually. I'm thinking about going though. I think they open at 7 today. Normally, Planet Fitness is 24 hours, but they open at 7, so I might go at 7 when they open. It might be interesting. It's probably gonna be a rush. Ooh, I bet it's gonna be a lot of big booty girls in there this morning. I might go. I might go at 7, to be honest. Usually I don't go early in the morning, but I might go at 7. Damn. Yeah, that would be nice. I bet because one thing I noticed when I used to go like earlier in the morning, like that's when it's like the most girls be there. Like between like 7 and like 9, 10 a.m. I mean, I don't go there for the girls. Don't get me wrong, but I like seeing them. To be honest, my favorite time to go is when it's damn near empty. I prefer going to the gym. The less people, the better. I do like the social aspect of it. For instance, like there's an older guy that goes there and we chit chat every now and then when I see him. And like he showed me like different workouts. and whatnot. He used to be a power lifter when he was younger, so or something like that, like a bodybuilder or something. So he knows a lot about that. So that's one of the cool things about like the social aspect of it, and just like of course seeing the pogs and the cute black girls and shit. But honestly, my favorite time to go is when it's damn near empty because you ain't gotta wait for nobody to get off a machine. Like everything is just available, and that's what I like. Like the last time I went, it was kind of crowded, and it was just like a sausage fest in there. Like it was some girls in there, but there's a lot of guys. And you know the thing about Planet Fitness, the way it's set up, like Planet Fitness is set up so that it prioritizes like cardio and casual workouts over like heavy lifting. So if there are a decent number of guys in there, like the weights and everything just get clogged up, like with all the dudes trying to lift heavy. Like they only got like 4 bench press areas like in the whole place, but they got wall to wall treadmills and shit. So all I was able to do was get my cardio in and do push ups and shit because I didn't want to be around like just the large groups of guys and shit like that. I like being in the cut and shit. So. But I'm just an introverted heart. It is what it is. You got the otaku gloves on. Well, actually, I bought these because at the gym, they got like the bars, like the monkey bars. You know how you can like the monkey bars where you just try to climb from bar to bar while you're suspended in the air. They got that in there, but it hurt my hand so much. So that's why I bought these gloves so I could do the monkey bars in there without hurting my hands. Because I like to go across and then do some pull-ups and then drop down and do it again. But again, it was hurting my hands so bad. That's the main reason why I bought these. Now I just wear them because they look cool. The interiors look good and the exteriors are boring. You talking what, the Cybertruck? My next car is gonna be a 2013 Prius that needs a new EV battery. I think mine is a 2016 Kia. I call it the grandma mobile because it looked like a car an old lady would want to drive. I was in a clinical trial with a pimp who did sigils and practiced the occult. He was directing his girls from the trial bed. Threw me off. I should have looked further into the sigils, like he said. Yeah, I mean, some people are just really into that shit, you know? Like, I've heard about girls putting period blood in spaghetti, right? Never eat a girl's spaghetti, they say. Girls putting roots on their boyfriends to keep them with them or to have them, you know, and have them not have good fortune. You know, this is weird. I don't agree with my mom on this, especially, you know, as my life has gotten better. But remember, my mom is a believer in this kind of stuff. She felt like my dad put roots on his kids. She felt like he put like spells or did some type of rituals so that we wouldn't be able to get ahead in life. Now, I've defied the odds in a lot of ways, right? Beat depression, suicidal thoughts, got myself in shape, became a very happy person. Now I got a job, you know, got my car. Like I'm getting my shit together. So whatever he was doing. Now, maybe that's bitter baby mama talk. I don't know. Because I thought it was absurd when she said that. Like, what? Like, why would you put roots on your own kid? But I could see what she was saying because, like, at least there was a point when just all of his kids were just fucked up and not getting ahead, you know. But, you know, recently, of course, like I said, I've been slowly but surely getting myself together. And my half brother, you know, his life has been kind of tumultuous too. But again, recently he got a truck, got a car, got another job and all that. So he seems to be getting on his feet. So, but I don't know, that was just weird to me. I feel like to a certain extent that might have just been, you know, like my mom is just so suspicious of my dad, like for real. Like she don't trust him. She don't like him at all. She don't like him at all. She can't stand that nigga. You know. Like sometimes when he come over, like he'll bring stuff. Like he'll bring like fruit, like fresh fruit, and or like peanuts and stuff. And my mom will not accept it. She won't take it. Like she'll say, I don't want none of it. You keep it. Don't give it to me. That's it. Cause she feel like he worked magic or some shit. He doing voodoo or something. But I don't know. I feel like she's just kind of being a little suspicious there. A little superstitious, you know. Dating just seemed so over. Even the red black pill space seems to be dying off. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say that is dying off necessarily. Because there's still a lot of interest in people just talking about dating and different like dating dynamics and shit like that. I just think like I think we're at the point now where it's more mainstream. I think it's becoming mainstream to where it's not like this special thing anymore. You know, just for instance, remember when Fresh and Fit came out? What was so special about them? It was the fact that they were bringing these girls on and they were presenting them with like these red pill talking points, these things that we would always talk about and discuss. They were presenting these talking points to them, these concepts, these ideas, these statistics, data, and all that. And you were seeing the girls react to it and try to debate them on it and things like that and seeing the back and forth, right? Same thing with like Kevin Samuels. And I think now a lot of these things are just kind of becoming more and more accepted, you know? When you see guys like Lil Duval openly say, I'm not going to get married. Lil Yachty, I'm not going to get like, you got like, I think it's just becoming the norm to where it's just like, it's normal now. Like you're going to see more guys saying, I'm never going to get married. You know, you're going to see more girls saying, yeah, we got all these options. Yeah, I'm going to be a hoe and all that, you know. Alpha fucks, beta bugs, like I think it's just gonna become the norm to where it's no longer this special like secret club thing anymore. That's where I see us kind of headed, and it's kind of like when you look at the Travis Hunter situation. If you guys know about him, you know he's the football player, the Heisman Trophy winner, and everybody's been like critiquing his relationship with his girlfriend because they're looking at the red flags and saying that he ought to leave her before he gets married to her, or at least slow down and whatnot. But if you look at that, I feel like that's a good example of what I'm talking about too, right? Because what you have there, like look at the red pill space and how they always use like celebrity examples to prove a point. Like how many young men have we seen get finessed by women? Either through marriage or through getting them pregnant, bad relationships and whatnot. And so what Travis Hunter was interesting about that is that what we're seeing is that guys have an opportunity, like they see this as an opportunity to warn a young guy, an up and coming superstar, about a potential bad relationship that could cause him going into the future. Right. And so you have all these different like celebrities weighing in on his relationship. Like I forgot Godfrey. The other part of his name, but that African comedian, guy's name Godfrey something Godfrey. And a couple other guys like Charleston White, whatever, and of course the red pill guys, they all chiming in on it. But even people in the main, like other athletes and stuff, chiming in on his relationship, warning him. And so that's another thing. Like, this is one of the first time we've seen that. We've seen like people try to get ahead of a situation before it turns into what we think it's going to turn into. So that's what I mean when I say, again, it's like, I think the information bubble of the red pill, the black pill, is like, it just blew up. And expanded, and now it just like popped, and now it just kind of right now it's like I think it's more so just kind of like accepted more or less, or rather, you either accept it or you don't. But I think more people are willing to just kind of talk about these concepts in the open now than they used to. Like, it's no longer the secret club. Basically, it's not the secret red pill. Yeah, and you know what's funny? Even when I was talking to the girl in the gym, she understood everything that I was talking about when we were talking about dating. When I brought up girls having like all these options and shit like that, she knew exactly what I was talking about. Like, and that's why we were having such a good back and forth. Like, she knows about all these different, like, it's known now. It is. But I think as far as like dating in general, you know what's funny? Like, I just read the second thing you said there. There's little to new to talk about, and more men are just accepting the thing. Yeah. Basically, you said exactly what I was just saying. there ain't much to talk about. Like you said, it ain't like we've gone over most of the key points. I think where we are now is that you either accept it and all right, you either like deny it and you stay blue pilled and you just say fuck it. I'm gonna just try to do things the traditional way. Like, nothing has changed. I'm gonna still get married. I'm gonna trust my girlfriend. I'm not getting a DNA test. I'm not looking out for red flags. I'll date a single mom. Like, you're either gonna stay doing the blue pill shit, or you're going to accept it as the truth, and then you're gonna pick a strategy. And if you accept it as the truth that things are fucked, then it's like when you look at Coach Greg Adams, for instance, right? You know, like I always say, that's my favorite red pill content creator, streamer, or whatever. You know, if you look at his strategy, he basically chose to be a trick, right? Like, he embraces and endorses just being a trick. Like, just pay for it, right? You want to have sex, just pay for it. Just pay your women, pay for pussy, get it right. That's how he plays the game, more or less, right? Some guys look at Wheat Waffles. He just recently put out a video where he talked about approaching 1,000 women over the years. So he's basically taking the PUA strategy. I'm gonna just brute force myself into dating situations. I'm gonna just code approach 1,000 women until I get a girlfriend, or until I get a makeout, or until I get sex, whatever. So he's taking what I would call like the brute force PUA approach. I'm gonna just essentially slave for pussy. I'm gonna, you know. And then you look at a guy like me, I'm a representation of fuck it, you know, MGTOW monk mode, where I don't pursue women, I don't make it the priority or anything like that. I focus on myself, you know. Now, I would say to about 90%, right? Because I'm not against dating. I'm not like anti-dating or anything like that. I just don't go out of my way. If it happens, I'm open to it. If I meet the right girl, you know, I would roll with it. I would go with it, but I would go with it with the knowledge that I've acquired learning about the red pill, dating dynamics, female nature, male nature, and, you know, knowing who I am and what I want out of life. So, you know, I wouldn't approach it like a dumbass motherfucker. At least the best I could. I'll put it like that, you know. But yeah, at this point, you kind of just, you know, you look at it. If you accept it, then you try to figure out what your strategy is going to be. You know, are you going to be a trick? Are you going to brute force it? Monk mode, MGTOW? Are you going to looks max, alpha max, you know, status, whatever, like level up to try to get better options? Passport bros, are you going to travel to put yourself in a different situation where you have more value, right? So it's different. It's about how you approach it, you know. But I think that's where we at. Like, now we're just like, you either accept it or you don't. I don't give a, because you know, the thing is, there was a time when I was interested, like people would say, like there was a time when you had people who would jump up and try to like debunk the red pill or whatever, like debunk this and that. And then I would always give those arguments a chance. I would listen, but they never said anything that would sway me from believing, like thinking the way that I think. None of it. You know, because ultimately, what it comes down to is that the way I look at it, the red pill as a strategy is about protecting yourself from the bullshit and the nonsense of modern dating. The blue pill is about not protecting yourself. You know, have hope, believe, trust women, believe women, slave, just all that, but slave for pussy, fuck all that, man. So, you know, the way I see it, you either accept it or you don't. And if you accept it, how you gonna play it? In the future, only genetically superior males will be able to have a chance at reproducing. I don't think it get that bad. We got to have the slave caste, if you will. We got to have the slave class. I just think that the genetically superior or guys with status, guys with money, they're just gonna always have the advantage. They're gonna have the advantage. But I think that there's still going to be room for average guys to find success in dating, but you're just not going to have a lot of leverage. It's going to be bullshit, you know? It's like when I was watching that Wheat Waffles video where he talks about approaching 1,000 women. And, you know, I like Wheat Waffles to a certain extent, but I feel like in that video in particular, it's like he was trying to sell guys on like approaching 1,000 women like it's not a big deal, like or like spamming approaches like it's not a big deal. And the fact that this is where we are, right, where the fact that you would even have to ask out hundreds of women just to get dating opportunities is absurd. It's ridiculous. And, you know, it kind of bothers me because I feel like it's an attempt to normalize the absurd. You know, I don't know anybody in my friend group that had to ask out hundreds of women or anything like that just to get a little bit of dating success. They kind of just went with the flow and things happened. You know, of course, they made some approaches, took some risks and shit like that, settled for some crazy bitches and whatnot. But I think what's basically going to happen is that it's like the power dynamic of dating is just going to get more and more skewed in women's favor, basically. And men are going to have less and less leverage. So you're going to be forced into a situation where you have to slave for pussy. You have to mold and sculpt yourself any way possible into being what women want. You're going to have to pay. You're going to have to compromise. You're going to have to humiliation ritual. You're going to have to settle. Like, you're not gonna have a lot of leverage to bargain with if you want to date, and especially if you want to get anything decent looking. And I think that's closer to where we're at. Really, that's where we're at. But I think it's gonna continue to get worse. You know, women are gonna have so much leverage over men when it comes to dating, and they already do. But like I said, it's gonna get worse. That's what I predict. It's not gonna be like a handful of alphas having all the bitches, but because there just aren't that many alphas to go around to satisfy all the women, you know. But yeah, it's just gonna get harder and harder. It's just gonna get harder and harder for like regular dudes, and then that's why you know, it's so funny. Because I knew this as a teenager. I remember having these thoughts, and I just remember being like, I can't put my faith in women making me happy. I knew that was something that I knew and understood over 10 years ago when I was a teenager. Like I said, bruh, it's no way. I cannot depend on a relationship to make me happy. Like I saw the writing on the wall even back then. I knew exactly where we were headed. I was like, nah, bruh. Nah, that ain't that. And so that's why I think the way I do, because I never put it in my mind that that's gonna be my source of happiness. Self-esteem, self-love, value, pride. I knew that wasn't the way. Cause I saw that it was just like it's a brutal game. It's a brutal game, and relationships nowadays are just too fickle. So I was like, fuck that. On the bright side, less genetically unfortunate males will be born into this world to to suffer. That's the bright side. Oh, you're saying less, as in, okay, I got you. Being able to scan embryos for IQ and height. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like what, selective breeding and whatnot to make sure that you get a certain type of I forgot the what's the word, like designer babies or something. That shit kind of reminds me of the plot of Gundam Seed. I think it was Gundam Seed, right? Where they had I forgot what they called them, but they had like this new breed of human being that was like I think they were modified in the womb, or so, I forgot how they made them, but basically kind of like what we're talking about. They were like genetically superior humans, and they were smarter, they were stronger. But I think there was like a problem with the early ones, like they had a shorter life expectancy or something, or I forgot what it was. But that caused a big problem in society, where you had like this gap between the people being born who were like objectively and massively genetically superior to the average human, and so there was a separation of the two groups, and then ultimately that led to a big war between the genetically superior humans in space and the regular humans on Earth. But yeah, I mean, that might be right around the corner. I wouldn't be surprised, we get to the point where you're gonna be able to just essentially customize humans as they come out of the damn womb. He's gonna be 6'4", blue eyes. He's gonna have a good hairline for all of his days. 150 IQ. Man, just imagine like the crazy technology that's being worked on secretly right now. Cause I'm telling you, like the stuff that we're seeing, the technology that we're seeing on the surface is layers beneath that we don't even know about, man. Do you have a routine every time you go to the gym? It varies, because a lot of it depends on what's available and what time I go. That's part of it. I used to start with I used to like to start with doing like 200 or 300 push-ups between doing reps with 35-pound dumbbells, and I would also be like stretching. So that was like my warm-up. I would do like 200, 300 push-ups and some reps with the dumbbells and while stretching, like just mixing that up. And then I would either hit like another like strength training machine, like the pull down machine, or I might skip that and start doing like some cardio on the elliptical for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And then after that, you ever seen that? I forgot what it's called, but that machine where you grip the things and you bring it like that. I would like to hit that. And then maybe go to the bench press, start doing bench press. That was like about like how I used to do it. Now I like to start with cardio. So because it takes a while to get my legs warmed up the way I want. So that's why I like starting with cardio, because that way I can get my the first thing I like to get really warmed up is my legs. Cause I got big calf muscles, and so they get real tight when I first start working out. So I like to get them loosened up. So I like to start with cardio now. But so like I'll stretch, and then I'll walk on the treadmill at a hot incline for like 5 minutes. Then I'll get off, do like 50 to 100 push-ups, and then repeat. And then I'll start running on the treadmill for like 10 minutes, get off, do like 50 to 100 push-ups, repeat. And that's like my warm-up, basically. So, yeah, that'll take about 30 to 40 minutes. But when I go to the gym, I like being there for at least an hour and 30 minutes. So it don't mind. I don't mind doing all that just to get started. And then after that, I'll focus on strength training, right? Bench press or leg press if I want to do strength training for the legs, leg press. When I do the leg press, I like to bring some dumbbells to the leg press though, so that I can work my legs on the leg press, and then between sets, I can pick up the dumbbells and work my arms. Put those down, get back on the leg press, get back to the legs, right? And sometimes I might go over to the cut, do some pull-ups, get on the monkey bars. I love them damn monkey bars. And every now and then, just throw in 50 push-ups, you know. Might do some shadow boxing. I like the shadow box too, because when you're doing like push-ups and strength training, you know, sometimes your arms get real tight. Shadow boxing gets it loosens my arms back up, so they don't get all tight and shit. So I might shadow box a little bit between sets. And but yeah, that's just a general idea. But these days when I go to the gym, I'm usually looking to be there for like an hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours if I got the time. But it depends, you know. Happy New Year! Yay! Things might seem dark, but I believe that we're all going to make it in the end. Well, you know, again, man, I've been in a very good place for years. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I've been like fucked up or anything. Like I always say, like I've been happy since like 25. Since I was like 25 years old, I've been kind of coasting. You know, every day doesn't go my way. You know, I still got a lot of growing up to do. There's still a lot of things I can do better as far as like being productive and staying focused and things I need to accomplish. But I just always kept trying, man. That's it. I kept trying and I never gave up on myself. And I feel like last year was just a good example of what you can do if you just stay focused and just keep going and keep going. You know, just keep going, keep trying, and just don't give up on yourself. And it's a lot. It's not just the job. It's the little things too. You know, it's hygiene, right? Don't just brush your teeth. Brush your teeth 2 or 3 times a day. Make sure you floss. Get the Listerine. You know, changing your diet around, eating cleaner. The way you socialize, you know, being able to carry a conversation, being able to deal with confrontation, the way you treat people, the things you do for your family, not being as selfish, you know, just it's a lot of different things you can work on. Don't just look at it in terms of making money or getting girls, you know. Make sure you prioritize building your character as well. That's very important. You know, being a man of character, personality, and righteousness. You know, paying attention to how you manage your time every day, your daily habits. Making sure you breathe deep. I'm telling you, it's little things. It's little things that you do throughout the day to add up. And I just stay focused on that. But it continues, right? The journey continues. Godfrey is all I know. Black pie. I know black. Oh yeah, ain't it Gilbert Godfrey or is that the weird white guy? Ah man. Yeah, I think now I might be ready to get something to eat. I'm really into my setup right now. I'm looking at the lighting and everything. The world welcomes 2025 with light shows and embraces ice. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay. I'm gonna look at 4chan real quick to see how everybody's. Of course, you go on R9K, the first thing you see is a big penis. Got nowhere else to spend New Year's, so might as well just come back to R9K. Yeah, I wonder if any boards are really celebrating it heavily. I doubt it though. Lord have mercy. Yeah, I thought maybe I could find like a New Year's resolution thread or something. But people kind of keeping it short and sweet this year. These might be dark times we're going into. People ain't even trying to set New Year's resolutions on 4chan. They just like, fuck it, man. I'm drunk. Oh, fuck it. I'm drunk. And on 4chan. Happy New Year, bitches. Yeah, I'm about to get me something to eat. I think it's about time for me to. Whew. Didn't you hear about Ectolife a few years back? Human cloning would definitely be a thing, if it's not already. Again, you always got to keep in mind that we get the surface level technology. It's always something better, more advanced happening beneath the surface, you know. Oh. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this New Year's stream. Had a good time. A nice little 3-hour stream, or almost 3 hour stream. So wait, it's Wednesday, New Year's Day. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I might do anything for the kid, but this is already it. Oh, I will say this: I'm bringing the botcast back, but I'm going to be doing like a live botcast show on the weekend. I'm going to call it the Botcast Live. And it's going to be like a replacement for Neat and Chill, more or less, because I'm not needing right now. So I'm like, just bring the botcast back, but make it live. And it'll be a mix of like me discussing like a main topic or just things that happen throughout the week, 4chan culture, self-improvement, things like that, conspiracies. So I'm definitely gonna get banned on YouTube, and also just chit chatting with you guys. So the first live podcast is gonna be Saturday, so make sure you guys don't miss that, and I will see you then. So.